Everybody talking, but not enough things of importance are actually being said. What's good, y'all? She gets this Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another Beyond the Gates video. And in this one, I'm breaking down season 1, episode number 144. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss out on any of my Beyond the Gates content and conversations. I'm sorry that this video was late. I don't want this video to be too damn long, but I fear it's going to be because the way that I picked apart this entire episode and every single conversation that went down in it, and y'all seem to like that, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. Like to hear it, here it goes. This episode is nothing but conversations. Nicole and Cat, Ted and Smitty, Anita, Martin and Vernon, Chelsea and Tomas, Eva and Leslie. A bunch of conversations, everybody talking around everything. And I want y'all to understand that I get the point of like contradictory statements and like the position that people are in because this is a soap and because it's basically never ended. They're not running to the end of a season and running to a specific end point. I understand that, but it still chaps my ass to see some of the most intelligent people, some of the most emotionally intelligent people say stupid make stupid decisions, affirm ridiculousness. Watching Anita cape for Martin and have Martin defending Smitty as they're dialoguing about their particular, I was just like, what is actually going the hell on here? What is happening? Nicole can't possibly believe that Eva would do this, and Tomas, oh my God, really? Are you sure? You are quite literally suffering right now through some cheating scandal, and you are asking, are you I'm going to go through. There's quite a few bits of dialogue that I wrote verbatim, so I'm going to read them to y'all. And I'm going to go in and out, I guess, of like what they're saying versus what I'm hearing versus what I feel like maybe the writers are trying to communicate to us. So y'all just going to have to bear with my ass. But this episode annoyed the hell out of me. It wasn't a bad episode by any means, but it annoyed me just based off of the conversations being had and how people are navigating, because I can see clearly what they are setting up and I just don't want no parts of it. And I don't know which conversation I hated more. I really don't. Maybe hated the most Ted and Smitty. Because Ted, go to hell. Ted will never stop beating the allegations that he is a raging narcissist. And whether there was a couple of gems of good information seated in that conversation, the overall scope, the overall spark notes of it all is Ted was never going to be And I'm saying it with my full chest. Maybe I should start there. But then also, Chelsea, you started out great and then got to why the hell are we here? Why are we revealing this? You talking too much. Shut your pretty ass up. And then even, child, I'm going to just start with Ted and Smitty, child. Ted said, I think it's striking that Dani Dupree is now happily married and you and I are headed towards divorce court. He's never beating the allegations, because just because you and Smitty are currently in a marriage where y'all are estranged don't make y'all alike. You are not Smitty on your best day. On your best day, you don't have the integrity. On your best day, you don't have the loyalty. On the best day, you don't have the emotional intelligence. On the best day, you don't have the mental fortitude to line up with Smitty ass. So how dare you, Ted? How dare you, Theodore? Y'all both headed to divorce court. You're headed there by yourself, and you brought it on yourself. And the reason why your ass is still headed there day after day is because you refuse to actually accept the fact that this is all your goddamn fault and continues to be all your goddamn fault, Ted. I love that Smitty was like, wait a minute now. We ain't sleeping in the same bed. We ain't doing X, Y, and Z, but I ain't never said I was going to divorce that man. And then Ted uses this conversation to flip it and advocate for Martin, but also be projecting his advocating for himself, because he can't seem to go and actually fight for his damn marriage. He can't actually go and advocate for himself within his marriage and actually add something to the goddamn conversation other than take me back because we've been together and because I want so. So you're going to use this as your platform to do so, as if you and Martin, or as if you and Smitty are in the same position, or even you and Martin. Sir. Smitty asks if there is a chance that Nicole could change her mind, and then Ted does not reveal that he slept with Leslie again. Strike one, Negro. And this is the parts, these are the like indirect, silent things that go down, the lying by omission that go down, that also factor in additional context, that also factors in when these men are navigating these circumstances. So you are allowing Smitty to continue to sympathize and empathize with you. Smitty even communicates that he went to advocate on your behalf with Nicole. He probably wouldn't have done that if he would have known that you bumping uglies with her again. Maybe you don't want to reveal it, but you could also in this moment say, my hands are not clean and I'm not making the situation no better. To which you also do not say, Ted. But you want me to believe that you've been advocating for your relationship. You want me to believe that you've been fighting for your marriage and you have done everything that you possibly could do for your damn marriage when you don't even accept accountability in a day-to-day mundane conversation down at Orphe Jeans over some biscuits. Theodore. Smitty, back your ass away from this damn Nicole and Ted conversation because y'all are not the same. This is not the same relationship. And if their relationship fails, doesn't mean that y'all's relationship is automatically going to fail. And y'all need to divorce the damn idea. Whatever Naomi, you smoking, stop smoking it. Because you two can't possibly seem to divorce yourselves from the idea that, oh my God, our relationship is going to go down the road of the relationships around us. Y'all not even the same people. So stop. But let me go ahead and proceed. Ted claims that both he and Martin are in the situations that they in because they lied to their partners. No, Martin lied to his partner. You manipulated, you coerced, you cheated, you betrayed, you dismissed, and you continue to damn disrespect. Martin lied. Y'all asses are not the same. Y'all are not in the same circumstance. And I felt like y'all were patronizing me by even having this conversation take place as if I don't even know better. But this is no shade to the writers because this also, again, is a part of them building up for them to be able to go places moving forward. Ted is clearly not in a place of taking accountability. So he's going to answer and respond and engage in conversations from a place of not truly taking accountability. This divorce is happening to him. This divorce is happening regardless of what he feels and what he wants and how he sees things. And he has no control over it because Big Bad Nicole is making this man get a divorce for no reason at all. Right. Smitty, you are not this man. Don't sit down and commiserate with this man. But of course, we have that. When Ted said, sometimes I don't know why she can't get past it. Other times I get it. I said, well, you need to find your way on the goddamn ladder all the time. Because what do you mean sometimes you wonder why she can't get past it? And you just penetrated Leslie's ass last week. But you don't know how she can't get past it. Leslie is moving her peasy-headed ass into the house across the street, tearing the damn house down and building up a monstrosity across from her goddamn parents, and you don't know how she can't get past it? Leslie is stalking her, popping up at the country club, at Orphe Jeans, getting in her face, handing back your tie, and you don't know how she can't get past it. Theodore, get your ass off my nerves. Smitty thinks that everybody is being too hard on Ted. The way I scream, you don't even know what's going on. Shut your naive ass up, Smitty. Because you have no idea what the hell is going on. I'm going to leave that there because I'm not going to do too much on Smitty. And then Ted responds, well, I think that you're being too hard on Martin. Then he goes on to say this, y'all. My son lied to you, kept a secret from you for years. And when the truth comes out, the person that you trust spits in your face and tells you it's raining. And you want to know how can he do that? To which Smitty responds, yeah, pretty much. And Ted goes on to say, by doing it to himself, you tell yourself it's over. It's in the past. I didn't allow myself to believe that the secret was still present in our lives, eating away at our marriage in ways large and small. And now Nicole thinks she can't trust me, just like you think you can't trust Martin. But if you love him, and then Smitty interrupts that. So you know that you were lying to yourself in addition to lying to your wife. Great. Great. So then what are you going to do with that information? Besides run around and claim that you are fighting for your damn marriage while also ducking the accountability to which you're trying to say that you actually know is your fault, while pretending with everybody else and drumming up sympathy, trying to play the victim. And then the Nicole thinks she can't trust you. She can't, Negro. Where can she? Because you just penetrated this woman last week. Nicole thinks she can't trust you. No, that's something that she knows. And I'm glad that she knows it deep down in her soul. You admitted to lying to yourself and you are continuing to lie to yourself. So you aren't even trustworthy with your own damn self. Why in the hell would she be able to trust you? And then again, the correlation between the Nicole and Ted of it all to the Smitty and Martin of it all. And it's not the damn same, because at least Martin is moving with a certain level of self-awareness and accountability that is actually making him make different decisions. That's actually pushing him to a place of better communication. What is actually is helping him lean out of his manipulation bag, which is already light years of a change from the Martin that we met at the beginning of this show. Otherwise, your ass, Ted, is much more on the sinister side than we seen when we first entered this damn show, and you want to keep comparing. Nicole thinks she can't trust you. She can't. You're not to be trusted. You down there at the damn hotel getting drunk, sleeping with your lunatic ass mistress, running behind y'all lunatic ass progeny, who is a chip off the old goddamn block, and alienating the rest of your damn family, acting as if they don't even exist, and then moving around as if the Duprees owe you something because you have already married into this family and you want to continue to reap the benefits of what comes with that, but your ass messed up. And then don't want to be held accountable for it. Nicole thinks she can't trust you. She can't trust your beady-headed ass. Smitty interrupts him and says, of course I love him. I just need proof or a sign so I can put my faith in him again. And to which Ted responds, just like Martin needs a sign that you can tell, that he can tell you the truth without blowing up the marriage. You can't just wait around for some aha moment to restore your faith in your husband, because that's what faith is. Believing in something that you cannot see. That's some demonic talk if I ever heard it. The devil wants you to believe in any and everything. The Lord wants you to put your faith in him, not in a bunch of men doing dumb shit. So he's just supposed to magically have faith in Martin because Martin is what? Jesus? Nicole just supposed to magically have faith in you because what? You said so after you just penetrated that woman last week? Theodore? The audacity. Like, where do these men get this audacity in such large quantities? That's what faith is. Of course, that's what faith is. But also trust is to be earned, because Martin is a man just like you, just like him, just like me. Jesus is to be followed and to be leaned on in faith, pure faith that you cannot see. But you trifling, philandering ass men, you lying ass men, no, it's a no. And the way that Ted flipped this conversation to put Smitty not only in a reflective place, which I felt like could be beneficial for him and Martin moving forward, but also putting Smitty in a place to kind of feel guilty for his stance on it. He's not wrong. They're just trying to push their way through. But because you happen to be talking to Ted, who while he's having a conversation with you and quote unquote giving you hard-won advice, he's also projecting his own situation because he has to be the winner in that, while he also is getting his ass handed to him, feeling like he's a loser. So if he can't actually win in his own relationship, he can look like a winner by talking to you and saying all of these things to you that he would hope that Nicole will adopt, that he would hope that other people would see. When at the end of the day, Martin just needs to take accountability for the strain that he puts on the relationship, the distrust that he inspired, the manipulation that he pushed, and then they'll be fine. And that takes time. But no, Ted, you just want him to jump in and have blind faith because Nicole supposed to have blind faith. You want him to just, get over it because you want Nicole to get over it. That's not how this works. And if it was you, if Nicole was freaking off on your ass, if Nicole had brought back an illegitimate child to your ass, you probably would have left her well before she would have even been able to say, I'm sorry. But that's just how the patriarchy works. The freaking icing on the cake for me, y'all, that sealed the deal of like, Ted, you are a narcissist. And this is why you got to listen when people talk, y'all. Listen not only for what they're saying and what they want you to hear, but what they're actually saying. Ted said, I've lost enough. I don't want to lose a son-in-law too. Martin and Smitty's relationship is not about you. And while I get the sentiments in jest, that tells me a lot about Ted, because this is the position that Ted takes with everything. Everything is about how it impacts him, how it makes him look, how it makes him feel. He is a selfish man, which goes back to my point of Nicole actually cannot trust you, because you don't give a damn about Nicole the way that you claim to give a damn about Nicole. You give a damn about yourself. You give a damn about your image. You give a damn about how the world is conforming for your lived experience and your lived experience only. So worst case, best case, whatever case, Smitty and Martin don't need to get a divorce, don't need to separate, because you don't like the idea of losing a son-in-law. Because you don't want to lose a son-in-law. A son-in-law that this is probably like the second time we've actually seen you have a conversation with over this course of this whole 144 episodes. Is it the same energy that you had for Chelsea, who you cared about, but you only cared enough so that you could go into that house and say, oh, I dealt with Leslie for you while y'all dealing with the whole Chelsea thing? Ted, you're not slick, trick. Y'all, I fear this video is going to be just so damn long, because that was just a Ted conversation. A mess. And yeah, Smitty, there's some nuggets in there. There's some things. And I love that it puts him in a place of reflecting. But Ted, I'm calling bullshit on most of the things that you said, because you're full of shit. And I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Let's go to Chelsea and Tomas, because she came in with the perfect energy. I loved it. And then she started talking too damn much. And I was like, Chelsea, why in the hell are you telling this boy all of this information? The setup is Chelsea stops by Bill's office because Bill actually ordered one of the Chelsea Cat bags for bobblehead, whatever. Cool. And Tomas is in his office for whatever reason. Bill is at court. Chelsea gives him the energy that he should get, because she knows what went down. To which Tomas responds, I thought things were over between Cat and I. I didn't expect her to change her mind. If anybody is like Ted, it is Tomas's doofy ass. Because whether you thought that y'all were broken up or not, this tells me that you actually didn't give a damn about it. You don't have no feelings about it, because who is hunching on your ex-girlfriend's sister within a week of you sleeping with said sister? Yeah, no. Chelsea points out, okay, you didn't think it was cheating, or you didn't think that y'all was done, and that's why you had to be naked up in her house. Oh, I wasn't naked, I had a towel on. Beware, y'all. Beware of people who do this type of stuff. This is a manipulation tactic, because that's not the goddamn point. That's not the point. First of all, you shouldn't be in this lady's house anyway, but y'all friends, cool. You're in there with a damn towel on. What are you under the damn towel? Not a damn thing, naked as the day is long. But the fact that Tomas was literally arguing semantics tells me that you don't give a damn about Cat, that you're more focused on being right. And once I get down to the tail end of this conversation, that's when I'm really going to stick it to his ass, because he tried to take a shot at Chelsea. And now that, like, you literally showed your card, Ted number 2, in this thing because you like how it looked, in this thing because you like the idea of being with Cat Richardson, but you can't actually stand being with a Cat Richardson. I had a towel on. You sound stupid. Then he goes, I have to point out one thing. I didn't feel like I was cheating on Cat at the time. Well, thank God you didn't feel like it. Because you didn't feel like it was cheating, it wasn't cheating. Because you didn't feel like it was cheating, it doesn't hurt any less. Anymore. Because you didn't feel like it was cheating, Cat should just be able to get over it and act like it didn't happen. While you stood in said apartment, letting Eva read Cat for filth, saying nothing. So it's one thing for you to sleep with her, then you get caught sleeping with her, then you let her read her for filth without actually saying anything about it, and now you are frolicking all about throughout the damn town. Once you actually get confronted by one of her family members, you got nothing but excuses and lame ass semantics to throw somebody away. Please, Tomas, please. In my mind, she was ghosting me, so I thought that it was over between us. Again, refer to my point number 1. So the moment that your relationship ends, it's okay for you to sleep with her sister. It still don't compute. The math is still not mathing. It was nothing but excuses, and semantics. All of it. None of which actually shows that he wants Cat in a real way. Or I've already said that he don't deserve Cat, but none of this actually says that. If anything, you don't like how this makes you look. You don't like how this taints your pretty boy, nice guy image. You can't be a nice guy while also sleeping with sisters, getting caught in He says, I wasn't exactly in the best headspace when Cat told me that I was lousy in bed. Who gives a damn about your ego? And this is where we start to get into the minutia of like how he's so much like Ted, how he is selfish, how he is narcissistic. Because I'm not going to take anything from you. It could be a stroke to your ego, a slash to your ego to hear you're not good in bed. I'm not saying that you're not supposed to have bad feelings about that, but I am saying that you're supposed to have the context and the wherewithal within a quote unquote adult relationship as the man in said relationship that you claim that you want to be moving with a certain level of consideration for your woman partner who was a virgin. You took her virginity. She has not been enjoying the experience. Yes, you could feel a way about it, but I think in this case, her feelings actually mean more because there's more to investigate there. She has nothing to actually compare you to. So at this point, if she says that you're not good in bed, it's less about, oh, she actually knows that you're not good in bed and you're just not pleasing her, or there's something going on with her. And instead of investigating further, instead of asking additional questions, instead of trying to figure out if y'all can go on a journey together to figure out what she likes and what she doesn't like in intimate spaces, you decide to throw this goddamn insult on your back and run your ass over to Eva's way to get your stupid ass ego stroke as if her virgin ass feelings don't matter at all. It's one thing to feel away and to feel insulted, cool. But if you are actually invested in this relationship, if you actually like, let alone love this girl, you will move with much more consideration and much more emotional intelligence that your ass is not moving with. It's all about Tomas. Me. She hurt my feelings. She said I'm bad in bed. She didn't answer the phone. There was a week where you wasn't answering the phone for her. And yet still she was there. But you get to do it because what? Because you want to be the bad bitch in a relationship. And when I tell you about the men who want to be the bad bitch in a relationship, exactly. Leave their asses where you found them. It's nothing but trouble. So regardless of him not being in a good headspace, that's an excuse for why he slept with her. But I wanted to make sure I pointed out how he just completely has left Cat hanging with that particular feedback. Cat got to be the man and the woman in a relationship. It's ridiculous. It's too much. Then, when Chelsea responds, well, maybe you aren't, he immediately says, Chelsea, of all people, you shouldn't be quick to talk about choosing partners. Touche, ho. Touche. Because yes, I was abducted by a former romantic partner, but I actually gave a damn about her and I made her come. I wanted her to say something other than, oh, you can go low. Because what exactly was that supposed to mean, Tomas? What was that supposed to do in this conversation? If you want to actually communicate to Chelsea that you care about Cat and that you actually made a mistake that you're deeply sorry about and you want to put y'all's relationship back on track, why in the hell would you go to hell pointing out a traumatic experience that Chelsea experienced just because she makes a comment of maybe you're not that good in bed? But you're supposed to be the man. You're supposed to be a damn adult. You're more worried about being right. You're more worried about being perceived a certain way than you actually are about being in relationship to Cat Richardson. And I need people to clock it. Because at this moment, the whole entire conversation takes a complete another turn. And then Chelsea gets the word vomit and everything. She loves you and she cares about this and she cares about that. And why are you telling him all this information that he don't need to know, but he's going to ultimately use to continue to manipulate your cousin? The nigga cheated with Eva. There's no conversation after that. There is no excuses. There is no actual reason. He slept with the girl's sister. And over the course of this conversation, it went from Chelsea holding him accountable for this particular act to her caving and breaking down all of the ways that Cat is vulnerable for this man and how he still has a damn chance putting a stupid ass battery in his back to continue to come and deliver mediocre ass manhood to Cat's door. And then Cat's gonna accept it because Cat's ass is over there at damn Nicole's house getting additional stupid ass advice. Let's talk about that conversation. Cat comes in to tell Nicole about Tomas cheating. To which Nicole responds, Tomas cheated? Are you sure? Nicole, what do you mean is she sure? This is like, Nicole pretty much lost me immediately. And I get that she was a little bit checked out because she's writing a eulogy for Doug's ass, and she's a little bit out of sorts. But she lost me there because you don't know this young man. You don't know him to be questioning whether he was actually cheating and if it's within his character or not. And then this puts Cat in a circumstance to like literally specify, I saw them. I'm not mistaken. And this is barely a week after you found out that your husband is still sleeping with his lunatic ass mistress, and you're talking about some, are you sure? But let's say it's a little bit light and it's just a response because she had a bunch of things on her mind. Cool. Let's say I don't do too much on her there. The way that the response that she has to Cat revealing that Tomas cheated, not actually being a thing that triggers anything for her, and just recently find out that Ted slept with this woman again, it is weird for me. It's weird for me. And that winds up getting doubled down once Ted shows up a little bit later, because she just has a little bit too much, not enough animosity for me. Then we get to the point. What Ted did is contemptible, says Nicole. And Eva, which is what Cat says. Nicole responds, I am genuinely surprised that she would do something like that. That's part of the problem. Cat goes on. You are always forgiving her. She planned it. I have been saying for months that Eva's trying to take Tomas away from me, and nobody would listen, including you. I was right. Cat said so much in that. Because not only has she been talking about Tomas and Eva this whole entire time, but she's been telling your ass about Eva and her being evil with her evil ass mama. Cool. Nicole, as a therapist, not even just as her mama, you hear her say all of this, and then by the time we get to the end of this conversation, your response is that she should still go for it and fight for this man if she still loves him. Meanwhile, she has just admitted to 4 months feeling like she's been navigating Eva's pursuit of her man and keeping Eva at bay behind her pursuit of her man, and said man allowed himself to be caught in said pursuit. So when sexual interactions have happened, Nicole, I feel like Nicole was asleep at the wheel in this conversation, and I couldn't understand for the life of me why, except for the fact that they need her to do this so that it could be a whole contentious moment later on, and they don't want to write themselves into a corner. So I get the soap opera of it all, but it was stupid if you ask me. It was so stupid. Kat points out about her intuition with Eva, talking about how Eva infiltrated the house, their family, and their family under false pretenses. And Nicole's response is, Eva is genuinely remorseful about that. She's a victim to her hateful mother. And that's why y'all will continue to crumble at her and her mother's hands. You keep making excuses for Eva. You keep allowing her to apologize away very real behaviors and behaviors that are leading to actions taken against y'all's family, keeping you in a vulnerable ass position. Your daughter, your blood daughter, is sitting across from you saying that this little girl slept with the boyfriend that she had, the boyfriend that she is romantically entangled with, that she gave her virginity to. And your response is that, oh, Eva has done some stuff in the past, but I can't believe that she did that to you, even though she has blown up our damn family, helped ruin my damn marriage, but she's sorry about it, so it don't even matter. Nicole, it is your job to help save Kat, specifically when it comes to romantic entanglements. And maybe that's why I feel away, because I take that very seriously. I take the mother's role in like helping the daughter navigate romance, navigate love, navigate these niggas very seriously. And Nicole did nothing but drop the ball this entire time. She says, I don't believe that Eve is the type of person that was set up to ruin a healthy relationship. What I don't like about that particular statement, because it doesn't even matter the type of relationship it was. Healthy, toxic, estranged, long distance, down the street. She wouldn't ruin a healthy relationship. So if it's not a healthy relationship, then that's all's fair in love and war? Nicole, what? You don't believe that she would be the type to ruin that? Meanwhile, she has nothing but nasty ass rhetoric to her man about this girl, regardless of what the hell this girl does. And this is going to be the thing. This is going to be the bird brain ass thinking that gets her taking Ted ass back. And Nicole, the moment that you do that, that's when I got to get off board, honey. You're going to choose your own damn misery the same way that you're sending your daughter back to a miserable situation with a less than mediocre ass man. Cat kind of like cries out, I still love him, Mom. To which Nicole says, then you should work on the issues that will make it possible for y'all to stay together. Cat says, if it's that simple, does that mean that you're going to work things out with Dad? Hello? Because we can love things and they not be good for us. We can love things that are absolutely toxic for us. We can love the things that are really sent to distract and disrail us on a journey of life. Love is not enough, and we're not going to be able to make it enough. There has to be a level of trust. There has to be a level of respect. There has to be so many other things other than love present. To which, Nicole, you are living right now. But you're going to tell this girl to go and figure it out so that y'all can stay together? You ain't investigate or ask, what is it that you love about him, baby? What made you fall in love? What could you tell me about him that you just love so much? Do you feel like you can't find that anywhere else? Where the hell is that conversation at? Because maybe she don't want to push her daughter to be single because whatever. There's things to be said about that. But where's the investigating of her feelings and helping Cat investigate her feelings so she can figure out not only what she feels, but why she feels it? Is she clinging to Tomas more so now than ever because of the divorce, the pending divorce? Is she clinging to Tomas specifically because she don't want to lose again to Eva? Nicole, where's the damn degree at? Let me go ahead and move on. Because again, it was conversation after conversation that led nowhere, but built up and created things for them to definitely pull from moving forward. All of this wayward ass, contradictory ass talk. Nicole, I know her to be much smarter, much more emotionally intelligent, but what she gave Cat, maybe she wasn't ready, maybe she was completely distracted. But baby, she continued to help set Cat up to go back to Tomas. Chelsea has set Cat up to go back to Tomas. All the while, this is a terrible man for her. Hurtful man for her. And if this hurt wasn't hurt enough, then the next one's going to be 10 times worse. And I hope everybody pat themselves on the back because y'all set her up for this. Moving on. Eva and Leslie, I'm not going to do too much. I took a lot of notes on them, but this is just crazy as crazy does. And Eva starts the scenes off with pushing back and feeling shame and feeling guilt behind her participating in this particular thing, but not because she hurt Cat, which is an interesting point for me. She don't actually feel bad about it because she hurt Cat. She feels bad about it because Tomas cracked her damn face open saying, you know what, girl, I'm not going to be with you. I actually shouldn't have did this. To which she communicates to her mama, and her mama tells her, girl, these men don't know what they want. These men, they want us to chase something. They don't know what's good for them, and we're going to have to give it to them. And Eva literally allows her mama to convince her. She went from saying men and women can be friends without it being lustful. That's the part that you don't understand, which is why you had that's why you have the experiences that you have. To like giving in when her mother says, these men don't know what they want. They are two conflicted peas in a testosterone-filled pod. They have convinced themselves that they're supposed to be with a Dupree woman, and being with one is going to somehow magically bestow upon them status and class. But what they really need is women like us, strong, who understands them. And don't you dare let some Dupree or some man who want to be a Dupree make you think otherwise. That's the thing. That's the rallying cry that got you, Eva. That said, you know what? Let me get back on this train and go chase this man like my mama chasing this man. I could look my mama in the face and tell her, Ted don't want you, ain't never going to want you. You're a dummy, bitch. I could do all of that. And then when she tells me we're in the same damn boat, girl, do what I'm doing, I'm going to say, you know what? You right. Let me go do what you're doing, even though I literally just said that what you're doing is not working. I'm going to leave that there because their conversation, crazy, but also not out of the norm. Nothing that I did not actually expect. Real quick, aside from those major conversations that went down, like I said, Martin was talking to Anita and Vernon in this episode. Anita is staunchly on Smitty needs to get over it. To which Martin is like at a place of reflection and understanding, and he winds up advocating for Smitty more than himself. And by talking to Anita and Vernon, he comes up with the idea and goes to reveal to Smitty at the end of the episode that he needs to go ahead and come forward because that's going to be the thing that helps Smitty see him in a better light if he actually takes accountability and confesses. To which I say, Martin, you are appreciated, baby, but I don't know if you need to take it that far. I don't know if you need to take it that far, Buki. I get it now. And I think that Smitty gonna get it now. Smitty, take this man home and tell his ass, do not tell a soul. A soul. You're gonna lose your job. You might end up in jail. Lord knows that Dupree's gonna be coming talking about their damn reputation in T.5 seconds. But I will say that I'm proud of Martin. I'm proud that became a thought. I'm proud that this is now a conversation point, and he immediately ran to Smitty to say it, which to me, this is what the kind of stuff that Ted should be doing. The intense auditing of self, of decision, of why I did the things that I did, and actually holding yourself accountable to those things, and then going to the person to show them, like, this is how I'm holding myself accountable, and then including them in the decision moving forward. Absolutely, Martin. You get the MVP of the damn episode. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, y'all. That's all I got. That's all I got. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm catching up. So be on the lookout as I drop the rest of these breakdowns. It's your good sis, you Let's Talk TV with, and I'll see you in the next one.